This is the first in a series of videos demystifying harmonica positions. Now, positions have a reputation, don't they, for being quite intimidating. I think this reputation's ill-deserved, and I hope to prove that with just a little bit of knowledge of all of the positions, which is not difficult to get, you can see massive benefits in all of your playing, even if you're just sticking to second position. These concepts apply everywhere. The lessons you learn here will apply to all of your playing. Now, the key to this is going to be this visualization tool. This is actually an app called HarpGuru. I won't waste any time describing it. Let's just jump in and use it, shall we? So on the subject of what are positions, and in the spirit of keeping things simple, I think there's only two things that you need to know about positions at this point. The first is that as you change position, what you're doing on a harmonica is you're changing the root note, the key that you're playing in. So if you're playing on a C harmonica, you change from first position in C, second position in G, third position in D. Why that is, we'll come on to. The second thing you need to know is that position number goes up in fifths. So the interval between the root note of first position and the root note of second position is a fifth. The interval between the root note of second position and third position is a fifth. For those who don't know what a fifth is, this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? 1, 5. All right, nice and simple. Now let's put some meat on the bones. So what we have in front of us is a visualization of a C harmonica in first position. So that's why we've got green, C is our root note. We can also verify this in this menu. Harp key is C, position is first, root pitch is C. Now, since we've said that our position intervals goes up in fifths, let's just unselect all of these other degrees in the C major scale there. And now all we have is the root and the fifth. The root on the 1 whole blow, 4 whole blow, 7 whole blow, and 10 whole blow. And our fifth on the 9 whole blow, 6 whole blow, 3 whole blow, and 2 whole draw, being the same note as we know. So what we can do now is we can change the fifth to be our root note, meaning that we're going to go up one position from first position to second position by holding down our finger on the 2 whole draw, like so. And things have shifted around a little bit. That's because we put these octave breaks in between the different registers on the harmonica. But you can see that now our root note is on the 9 whole blow, the 6 whole blow, the 3 whole blow, and the 2 whole draw, which is exactly where our fifth was before. And you can see in this menu that we're now in second position. We've locked the root pitch in C, so that means that we've had to use a different harmonica now. We're now on an F harmonica, and if I pick up an F harmonica and play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can see that sounds identical to what we played when we did the same scale in first position on a C harmonica. Just to prove the point here, we've got C, D, E, F, G as our partial scale on an F harmonica in second position. If we change that back to first position again on the C harmonica, we still have C, D, E, F, G as our scale notes, but you can see we're doing it in first position. It's the same scale. All right, so far so simple. So just a reminder, we were in second position, so let's put ourselves back there. We are now in second position on an F harmonica. Let's repeat the same process we did last time, where we look at our fifth, we make that our root note by long pressing it. Things shift around a little bit, and we can see now that our roots are on the 1 draw, the 4 draw, and the 8 draw, and we are in third position. Still have a root pitch of C. We now have to have a B flat harmonica to do that. And on a B flat harmonica, our scale sounds like this. Now something sounds different there, and what it is this. We now have a flat third instead of a third. Now we're getting into the territory of why we use positions now rather than what positions are. We don't actually need to pay attention to the 2, 3, and 4 in this process that we're going through, but this is an interesting feature of positions, and it's something I want to come back to in the next video to explain why we use different positions, because it's not just so that you don't have to buy 12 harmonicas. Okay, so now I'm just going to repeat this process, getting rid of the 4, 2 and flat 3 now, because for the rest of this demonstration we're just going to focus on the root and the fifth, and we're going to go all the way through our positions. We're currently in third, so let's up ourselves to fourth by holding down this fifth, verify, yes indeed we're in fourth position, and we're just going to repeat that 5, 6, 7. Now we're in overblow territory, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, just to verify, 12th position, and you'll recognize that our 5th is now on the 1 blow, 4 blow, 7 blow, and 10 blow, which we recognize as our 1st position root. So that was a complete round of the positions from 1st, 2nd, 3rd through to 12th and then back to 1st, showing that as you change these positions, if you want to remain playing in the key of C, you have to change your harp so that C is still your root note, your root pitch. Now we're going to go through that process again, showing you what happens if you stay on a C harmonica, and what we'll expect to see is that as we change position, our root pitch will change, the key that we're playing in will change, but the harp key itself will not change. So let's watch this happen now. So as we'd expect in 1st position on a C harmonica, our root pitch is C, and our 5th is G. So now, when we change to 2nd position, we'd expect that our root pitch is G, even though we're still on a C harmonica, and our 5th is D. And as we change to 3rd position now, our root pitch is D, and our 5th is A. Let's change into 4th position now. You get the idea. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, and finally back to 1st, where we find our root pitch is C again. Okay, now, so once again, this is really the core basic concept of positions. Things get really interesting once we think about what happens when we change position in a bit more detail. We're going to come to that in a later video. The most important thing is that you understand how simple this concept is at its core. It's really simple, and having a way to visualize it like this is really powerful, especially when you start to think about how many relationships come out of this 5th interval. You know, we've just seen that we've hit every single one of the 12 notes using this 5th interval, and if any of you have heard of the circle of fifths, then you know how central this concept is to music theory. But don't let that word scare you. My goal with this series is to make this really digestible and fun, and ultimately really useful for your playing. And again, you don't have to be playing in any of these positions to get these benefits. So with that, I hope you're ready to go a little bit deeper, and I'll see you in the next video. If you like what you've seen here or you've got any requests, then let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and if you like the look of HarpGuru, then you can find it on the Android Play Store, and if you want it on iOS, please get in touch on the developer email in the description. That'll be coming soon as I've got enough interest.